So today we have another tough game for the Steels, as they have now finally entered some good form. 4 games unbeaten, but they face a Prescott Cables that are 6 games unbeaten. And as we were in this league, we're starting to learn the reputation of different teams. We're starting to learn what each one's about and everything. Everything we told about Prescott, everything we know is that this is probably the toughest place to come in the league. For Stocksbridge Park Steels, it's Ben Townsend in goal, Tom Charlesoff, Connor Smythe, Curtis Turner the captain, Elliot Owen, the only change, Paul Iggledon, who comes in for Ben Jordison, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, James Morris, and Oliver Grezlak. The bench is Jack Tinker, Sam Kay, Alfie Wilkinson, Jordan Lemon, and potentially making his return from a hamstring injury, Jack DeGruchy. A positive start for the Steels so far in this game. Ball into the middle here. Morris just can't control it. Back to Grezlak, who can't get a decent shot off. It's deflected and bounces and in the end knocked away, so Hare can go and claim it. Calvin Hare will take this free kick. Slips as he does so, but it's a good kick. Going forward, headed into the box and almost there for Ben Elliott, who's been a potent goal scorer for the Cables this season. Just couldn't get onto it. Townsend gathers it. The ball is now back here with Devine here, who throws it forward. Charles gets header, now forward now to O'Connor. O'Connor to Morris. He's moved into the centre here with Rawson on his right. Morris beats another man. Can he get it back to Grezlak? And no juggles. Grezlak with the header. Clawed away. And no, it's not. It's in. Grezlak has put the Steels ahead. Calvin Hare got a hand onto it. It wasn't enough though. Oh, and now the Steels are ahead. It's a poacher's goal from the Polish forward once again. The Steels lead 1-0 thanks to Oliver Grezlak. Mike break into left, but well read and tackled out to the right as Prescott will now look to get onto the counter. Goes forward, headed away by Owen, but only back here for Goodwin, who's going for it, takes a shot blocked, and Townsend's racing to keep it out for a make sure it don't go out for a corner. Does get his foot on it and stops it going to. Ashton United, Josh Scott scored. Morpeth in that 6-pointer against Workington, a 1-0 up. Nicholas Ballardo has scored, and Hebburn 1-0 on Leek. Ethan Wood, the man with the goal. Smythe with the ball. He gets it out to O'Connor. He just has to slow down to get it. Stops him potentially breaking into that space that opened up on the right hand side. O'Connor moves to the centre, takes a shot, takes a bit of a deflection. Well, thought it took a deflection. The referee disagrees with that, and it will go out for a goal kick. Zen's not happy because he's having his space blocked off. Ball towards the far end and headed back into the 6-yard area. Flicked it, and then Townsend claims, and I think Townsend's had a bit of an awkward landing on that one. There's some of the Prescott fans who probably share allegiances to both teams would be quite happy about. Long ball here from Hare, headed on and then flicked on by Elliott. Charlesoff there, don't get it, and he's wanting a foul, Charlesoff, but it's not given here as he goes to cross it there, across the far side. This is where Charlesoff would be. Shot, and it's over the bar. He's happy where the wall is, so he'll head into position and we'll get the free kick in a moment or so. We know how strong he is from this sort of set piece. Ball into the box. Hare deleted shot. Rawson with a header. It's 2-0 to the Steels. Calvin Hare's punished there for his indecision coming for the ball. He was initially going for it, stops. Rawson's there for the header. Stocksbridge have doubled their lead and are 2-0 up from the home side. Low one here. Takes a shot, takes a deflection, and then Iggledon clears it away. Nicely worked, but Iggledon was aware. Now it's a chance for a counter. Charlesoff, though, loses the ball, stops that counter, and then Smythe goes in with a tackle, wins it. Turner will come away with the ball. Ball goes forward here to Elliott, getting held up, but Owen gets the ball off him. Back with Smythe, he loses bounce pick, but does get through to Owen. Forward to Deacon, now out to the left. Ball forward, looking for... Ball comes in, touch, puts the player on his bottom, takes a shot, blocked. And now Prescott are on the clear. Yeah. And it will be a free kick Prescott's way. So Prescott now will try and build from the back. Good chance there, they're trying to make it free and it would really kill this game off. Ball forward. Over the top of Iggledon. Adair's trying to get the touch, gets the first one in his header. Charles is coming, takes a shot, it's in, and that's a daft one to give away. And now that is Prescott well and truly back into it, and probably at the ideal time for them to score as well. The 67th minute, Charlesworth just couldn't shield it from a Route 1 ball as well. It's the simplest way for Prescott to score, but it is a goal for the home team. As the ball from Smith goes into the box, headed away by Eildon, goes to the edge of the area, picked up there by Farcast as well to get it away from Smythe on the right-hand side. Back it goes to an unmarked Foley, goes in, it's going past everyone, it's in the 6-yard area, Wilkinson clears. Dangerous moment. Now does make his way on. Forward, ball into the box. Charles misses his header, but then goes to Eildon. Loose, and it's one here in the middle. Played into the 6-yard area. Stab and wide of the goal. Corner kick. It's took a deflection. Prescott think they're going to get an equaliser soon, and with the momentum, you don't really want to disbelieve them. On the initial attempt, corner going in towards the far post, and it's going to loop and then over the bar. But that ball down on the ground and launching it long. Charlesworth will get the head away into the midfield. Turns trying to get it, but Donaldson's going to win that. And then out wide, and Tinker sliding tackle blocks that, will go out for a throw-in. God, all the momentum with Prescott at the moment. That's Farkas into the middle now with Smith. Loads of space. Ball into the middle. Eildon can only slice it up into the air. It's going to still in the box. It's just dropping. Bounces a bit, going towards goal. Owen's got a few headers. He's gone down, cleared. He's gone to the edge here to Goodwin. Goodwin's trying to find the shot. Takes a shot, takes a block, and it's still on the edge of the area, headed in, and then Deacon can't get the touch, and then Turner hooks it away. Wilkinson clears, and he's going to go in the middle there. No chance for a counter return. Will be a long throw, but he's actually they're going to find a short one here. Back it goes onto the right, and then back to Scully. Ball into the box. Owen gets it out to the left, headed towards across the area. Rawson heads it back. It takes a bit of a block in the 6-yard area, out to the left to Goodwin. Goodwin trying to beat Charlesworth. Ball across the 6-yard area. He's everyone hit, blocked, and then Stocksbridge clear. Rawson's tripped, and it's going to be a free kick to the Steels for the trip on Rawson. Prescott really not happy about that. And claim our first league win away from home. Ball going forward now to that right-hand side. Headed away into midfield, but it's just going to go to Turner. Turner tried to get back to the right-hand side. Rawson will leave it, but it will go out for the throw-in. Prescott will get their last chance from this. No, they won't! The Steels have got their away win. They got a goal early in this second half. Luke Rawson headed in from the corner. Nerves are created though. A long ball, and Finley crossed it there, holding off Tom Charlesworth. Meant they were able to create a 20-minute press for an equaliser, but the Steels held on. They got their win today, the first league win, 3 league wins in a row. Stocksbridge. Hello and welcome to the Project Sailor Stadium with me, Adam Allcroft, for this live commentary of the FA Trophy match between Hyde United and Stocksbridge Park Steels. We're looking forward to this match today. Here at Hyde, a stadium we've suddenly got very, very familiar with. It's like buses. You wait 20 years for a match between Hyde and Stocksbridge Park Steels. 2 come along in the same week. It was a very entertaining game as well, one where if it was a boxing match, you'd immediately order the rematch right afterwards. Hyde had gone 2-0 up in that one, and it looked like they were going to cruise to the 3 points, but then a brilliant comeback from the Steels, where they could have stole it at the end from that Tommy Marshall shot that went just wide. But it would be 2-2, and I don't think either set of fans would be too disgruntled with the result, knowing that while they could have easily won it, they also very easily could have lost it. With this being the FA Trophy, both teams have rung the changes as both teams want to make it to the second round. Stocksbridge have never made it to the second round of the FA Trophy, though it's a bit more complicated than that because the FA Trophy's been through so many reformattings that we had practically made what is the second round under Chris Hilton 2 years in a row. Oh, they went out in a much further stage in terms of there being less competitors when they were knocked out by Gateshead 1 year and then Nuneaton and the Borough. On the way to beating Nuneaton Borough were Hyde's neighbours, Stalybridge Celtic. So let's go through the teams for you now. For Hyde, it's Yusuf Merson in goal, then Lewis Thompson, Scott Duxbury, Shaquille Jones-Griffiths, he's one of the people that comes in, Taylor McMahon and Will Hall at central defence, McMahon going from left back to centre back after scoring on Tuesday night, Tom Pratt, Matt Fernley, Lewis Rawsthorne, Jordan Scanlon and Charlie Frost. On the benches, Antoine McCauley, Jack Renshaw, Ben Kershaw, Niall Bell and Harry Budd. For Stocksbridge Park Steels, it's Ben Townsend, and we are just going to take a quick... It looks like we're going to be having a minute's silence. Just getting information. We have a minute's applause.
There will now be a minute's applause prior to kick-off in memory of former Hyde United defender Joe Clayton, who passed away recently. Joe was the first recipient of the Supporters Player of the Year award in 1969-1970. Also helping Hyde lift the Cheshire Senior Cup that very same season. Members of Joe's family are with us today as we pay our respects. This will begin and end on the referee's whistle.
So a minute's applause there for Hyde United Supporters Club, very first player of the year, very well observed in silence by all the people in the stadium, and just more of is why non-league is so important. All the players, no matter how far along they've gone, how far long ago they played, they were always still family when they returned to the ground. And as he watches this match from another play. So Stocksbridge Park will go through the teams as we get ready for kick-off here. It's Ben Townsend in goal, then it's Jordan Lemon, Jack Tinker, one of the people that come in, both those have come in, Curtis Turner, Elliot Owen, Paul Iggulden, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Alfie Wilkinson, James Morris and Oliver Gregg-Likely. We're also missing out today after getting that knock. Game is now underway, so we will just start the bench. Connor Smythe, Jack DeGruchy, Sam Kay, Tommy Marshall and Jack Watson. Just as we get a flight going over, coming from a place called Mahon. This is Flight Radar's dream, this place, as we are on the flight path to Manchester Airport. Stocksbridge just showing well. Gregg-Likely gets a foot on, he commits a foul though. A bit of a light one. I think Fernley's just done quite well to win that one. So we'll be back now for Merson, who will want to keep a clean sheet today. He'll also not to be tested on penalties, as could happen if we are level. After 90 minutes today, we will go straight to penalties. Ball goes forward, but then Tinker. First touch on the ball since his return to the first team today is high up into the air. O'Connor just loses track of it, ball pitched over the top. Owen will cover it as Townsend, with the trademark keeper's cap, will catch the ball. Looking like a classic Chris Kirkland there. Ball goes forward, headed on by Wilkinson, and then hacked away, back with Tinker. We'll go forward to Morris. He's trying to get the better there of Pratt, and be knocked out for a throw-in. James Morris scored the first Stocksbridge goal on Tuesday night. Ball into the middle to Morris, who holds it up. Back in the middle to O'Connor. Over to Lemon, cross into the middle, headed backwards. Deakin is going to bring it back down and control, takes it onto the left-hand side. Back to Tinker. Tinker taking the touch, trying to go beyond, puts the cross in block, out for a throw-in. Stocksbridge starting positively. We will, of course, try and keep you up to date with score lines around the grounds. Might be a bit tricky today with FA Trophy matches, or difficult to track them. as the throw-in just goes back to defence, but then Tinker will get it back. Then Morris right foot, puts it across the edge of the box. Grezlak bringing it down, gets the pass over to Deakin. Potential offside, but not given, and his shot's blocked anyway. I think he paused, expecting the flag to go up. Iggulden has it now, puts it back into the field, but will only give it back to Hyde. Fernley gets it, but he's been blocked by Turner. His shot's been pulled, but it gets through to Morris. Morris, good touch. Wanting, I think, a shot there, but he's been pushed off the ball, and it's a poor pass back that gives it to Roxford. Now some passing from Hyde here as they go forward. Pass from Scanlon over onto the left. Duxbury knocks it over the top, brought down by Rosethorn. Back into the midfield. And then over to Thompson, who knocks the ball forward. Headed away by Owen, and then it's just going to be given back to Pratt, who tries to swing it into the middle. Rosethorn back to goal on the edge of the area, being forced backwards, wants to turn, can't do so. Over to Pratt, who's come forward. He's playing it right back today rather than the midfield role we saw from him Tuesday. Lofts the ball very nicely over the top four. Rosethorn. He's being held up though by Tinker. Back it goes to Pratt. His crossing was initially blocked, but he's got it back, and then Morris is, well, thought it could have been a foul, but it's not being given, and now Morris will launch it long, looking for Wilkinson. It will go out for a throw-in though. So it's certainly been an active start to this game. It was a bit of a classic on Tuesday night, and there's always the fears that you get let down with the sequel, but so far plenty to suggest we aren't going to end up with a 0-0 then a penalty shootout. And that's the commentator's curse on it, most likely. Something Stocksbridge are familiar with in this tournament. We got through to this round on penalty, though, and equalised late on against Silsden. Ball goes well. Ball is forward, and then it's Rawson gets well, I thought actually it's Deakin who's been penalised there, and it will be a free kick for Hyde. Our referee today is James Owen, assisted by Aaron Shatwell and Elliot Holman. And we won't make any further comments on that one. All I can say is, well, he's probably used to some of the abuse that you get from being a referee. Poor Aaron. As Bowler tried to get it to Pratt here, just went out of play before he could get the touch on it. Will be a Stocksbridge throw-in. 4.5 minutes gone in this game. So in the Premier League there is a goal. Chelsea are 1-0 up on Sunderland. Alejandro Garnacho, the scorer, as he looks to fulfil that destiny of all four Manchester United players of performing a lot better away from Old Trafford than you'd think he would. Shaquille Jones-Griffiths wins the header back into midfield, goes forward, but only Tinker brings it down well, knocks it over the top, looking for Grezlak. Grezlak chasing it, but then well intercepted and passed back to Mersin, who lofts it high up into the air, and it bashes off the top of the stand and goes out for a throw-in. Pennington Church losing 1-0 to Campion. Patrick Sykes has scored as O'Connor gets ball forward to Wilson. Flicked out really quickly to Morris on the right, brings it under control. Lemon's an overlapping option. Morris won't use it. Ball into the middle, headed away by Hall. And Turner will try. Can't get to the head onto it, but then O'Connor manages to get it. Morris knocks over the top. Lemon will look to get the touch, and he does keep it in. Wilkinson will battle for it, but head away to McMahon. It will go out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Jordan Lemon getting his first few touches. His first start of the season in the, well, in something that's not the Sheffield Senior Cup. The veteran right back, who is one of the few players who's got experience of step-free football going into today's game. And he will have the throw-in. Into the middle to Morris, who is getting down to the touch line, gets into the middle. Grezlak trying to touch it, and I think the last touch come off a high defender, and it will be a corner kick to Stocksbridge. So Danny Deek will go to take it. We know that this is a Steel specialty. Plenty of big men in the middle. Be interested to see what Alfie Wilkinson could make a nuisance of himself. He's taller than you think. But the wind, just as it was on Tuesday night, we have got a bit of a breeze here. The wind just blown off that corner. We have to put it back down, but now the corner goes in. Look for the far post. Owens there, gets the header, goes sideways. Morris getting pulled. Well, Wilkinson gets a bit of a head onto it. It's still there, strike, and it's still juggled into the 6-yard area, cleared away. And now Hyde are going to try and get to a counter-attack here down the left-hand side, but it is being covered by several players. Hyde forced backwards here, and he's going to go out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Stocksbridge handled the potential counter really well. So the FA Trophy, some FA Trophy scorelines for you. Harbour Town leading 1-0 against AFC Rushden Diamonds. Danny Newton has scored, and Basingstoke 1-0 up on Dorchester Town. George Reed has scored. Ball back to Lemon, knocked forward to Wilkinson, who tries to knock it on. A bit of collision into his back, but the referee's letting a few things go today. He's been fairly consistent with that, as Hyde onto the ball, but Tinker then hooks away good to Morris. He'll have some space if he can pluck this out of the sky. Fails to do so on the first touch. That means his space is eliminated. He has to pass it back to O'Connor. O'Connor in the ball into the middle to Wilkinson. Ball just goes away, played away, but only to O'Connor. Touch takes him out to the left, now to Morris. Morris trying to move it onto his right, taking a curling shot. It's a nice curling. Merson makes a parry, and there's appeals for a penalty from Greyslack being ragged around a bit, but it's, again, the referee has let those go consistently through the game, and I think it's fair that he's let that go as well. It remains 0-0. A nice strike from Morris, though. As I think a few of the Hyde fans are now trying to urge their team on, as it's over to Pratt on the right-hand side. Forward to Frost. First time we've really seen Frost on the ball. Pauls is on the ball. Back to Jones Griffiths. He's running at the defence. Back out now to Pratt. Pratt now trying to find over. Blocked by Tinker. Now Pratt tries to go again. Tinker gets another tackle in as it goes over the line as Jack Tinker defends the stand known as Tinker's Passage to the Righterers. Throw over to the left. Back it goes to Pratt. A big tackle goes in, and then it goes out again. Will be another Hyde throw in. 8 minutes gone so far in this game. To Sue Allcroft, listening from Beamish today, sneaking in a quick listen. Ball on the right, knocked away, going to be, and it'll be Morris, who can't turn, he's back to goal, very deep. Deacon tries to lay it off, gives it back to Turner, who sends it down the channel to Greyslack, who's now running across this halfway line, having a bit of a battle here with Fernley. Fernley wins, and then a physical one. Greyslack's the one penalised. Fernley with some brilliant midfield work, especially to get the foul there, rather than him giving away the one. So it'll be back for Hyde now. Sheffield FC are 1-0 down at home to Bottisford. O'Kara Simmons has scored, and Answorth also 1-0 down. Lewis Sugden has scored. As the ball goes, I think the wind just took it away to the right, but Hyde will remain on the ball. It's Tom Pratt, gets through Turner, gets it onto this right-hand side, back into the midfield, though it goes to Scanlon, who's dropped deep. Now to Rawsthorne. Great horizontal ball, ball goes clear, Townsend saves it. It will look like it might have just snuck underneath him. It's a great save from Ben Townsend. It's the first big chance of the game, and Townsend was equal to it. Ball forward from Townsend. Looking to get it to Morris, but he just can't ghost it like he wanted to. Paul claims cleared away, and then Eagledon's just mistracked the ball. And Townsend's made another great save. They tried to lob him like they did on Tuesday night. This time Townsend knew what was happening, and he clears the ball away now. Great save from Townsend, 2 brilliant saves, and then Stocksbridge will get a free kick as Greyslack's taken to the ground. O'Connor, I think. O'Connor there will have a, well, he was going to take a quick free kick. He's going to leave it now for Danny Deakin can take it. Some other goals to tell you about. Maltby Main in a South Yorkshire derby at home to Worsborough. They are losing. Worsborough have took the lead through Jake Squires. Chesterfield 1-0 on Tranmere Rovers. An own goal from Patrick has put the Sparrows ahead on Merseyside. As Deakin puts the ball in, but it doesn't really make it very far. It's headed away. Tinker takes a strike, then it's blocked. O'Connor will switch it over to the left. It's overhit, and it will go out for a throw-in as Hyde have kind of got themselves back into this and should really have taken the lead with one of those chances that they've just had to the right of us. Sheffield Wednesday had brilliant, well, it's weird. Going into administration is usually very bad news for a team. They've celebrated because it means the end of Deadfan Chancery, but the game is not going well. The one their fans have started to return. Lancashire has put Oxford United 1-0 up at Hillsborough. As Thompson. Sends the ball forward. It's one for Scanlon. Holds it up. Into the middle. And again, Hyde have found space. Here comes a strike from Duxbury. It's blocked. He's got it back again into the middle. And it's O'Connor who clears it away. Wilkinson's just trying to bat for it. And he does win it well, Wilkinson. Back into Morris, but he'll lose the ball. Wilkinson's trying to get back onto it. But Hyde back on the ball in midfield. Switched it over to Pratt. Bringing the ball down well. Lofted over the top. Owen will then clear it up into the sky, and it will go out for a throw-in. So right-hand side for this throw-in from Pratt. Gets it down to Rawsthorne, who likes peeling off to the wing. Something we saw from on Tuesday night, but Stocksbridge have tackle clear. Morris, lovely little back heel, gets him out of a bit of pressure, but then a brilliant sliding tackle from Fernley. Gets the ball over the top, and here's a chance, and it's slow, and then the leg of Townsend saves again. Ben Townsend having an amazing game so far. And then it's Charlie Frost again who's been denied by Townsend. Jones Griffiths has just got past his man, but then Turner. Jones Griffiths has won it with another sliding tackle. They're coming thick and fast from Hyde at the moment. As Scanlon goes forward, out onto the left. And then they're going down left to Duxbury. Ball into the middle, and then Rawsthorne beats his man. Well tackled, and now Lemon. He's just miscontrolled the ball, and the chance is here now. Is this the time for Hyde? A mid-slide tackle, but then another tackle goes in. This time it's from Eagledon, and now O'Connor clears. Through to Wilson. Gets the touch, but it just goes beyond McMahon, who is able to get it back to the keeper. Stocksbridge really living on thin ice at the moment, as they've passed out to Thompson on the left-hand side, who then clears it upfield and out of play. Stocksbridge will finally get the ball in Hyde's half, but it's been, well, a bit of a touchy one there. Townsend has saved his defence on a few occasions. More goals in the FA Trophy. Hanwell Town leading against St Albans. Dan Carr the scorer. Poole leading against Plymouth Parkway. And AFC Sudbury against Leicester. 1-0. Kyden Tower King the scorer. Northern Premier League one's a bit slow to update due to the issues with football web pages and the Northern Premier League pages. The ball back to Owen, who got a touch onto it. Could have been a dangerous one. It will go out for a Hyde throw-in. Oh no, Ryansman has changed his mind. It's going to be a Stocksbridge throw-in. Ball forward and then cleared away. Turner will get it for. And then gone out to the right. Fernley having a great game so far for Hyde. Ball goes on. Tinker gets it away. Then Deacon back to Tinker, who's got a bit of chance to go forward, and he's going to use a bit of his pace now. Forward to Morris. Evades a bit of pressure. Back he goes to Turner. Gets it forward to O'Connor. He's got some space as well. Wilkinson's gone out to the right. Wilkinson, tackle goes in on, now goes forward to Grezlak, who is got pressure on him, back to Wilkinson, lofted over the top, blocked. Wilkinson, though, trying to head it to right. Grezlak realises it, gets onto the ball. Some nice improvisation from Wilkinson on that occasion, as Grezlak's just a bit lost out there on the right-hand side, not entirely sure what to do. Gives it back to O'Connor, do turn, and then the ball goes forward, and it's to no one. Morris is not happy with it. Goal kick. Hyde get the ball back. 15 minutes gone, remains 0-0. So back now with Merson. So ball launched forward, headed out to the left wing. Townsend's not happy that Stocksbridge have lost that header. And then coming forward is Scanlon. Out onto the left, and the ball's looking back for Scanlon again. There's another chance here, and he goes past Townsend, and this time it's over the bar. They beat Townsend on this occasion, but they beat the woodwork too. It remains 0-0, but Stocksbridge's defence has been far more porous than it normally is. conceded more chances than you typically would. Stockton Town leading 1-0 against Clitheroe in the FA Trophy. And Newcastle United leading 1-0 in the Premier League. Jacob Murphy has got that goal as they are looking for some Premier League form. Hallam FC losing 1-0 at home to Brighouse as well. We face them on Tuesday night in the Senior Cup. Tinker making it out to the right to Grejlak. Headed away, and then Scanlon wins it, but Grejlak will, well, he'll just let it go for a throw-in. Whitby leading 1-0 against Rushall Olympic. Jake Charles has scored. We face Rushall a week on Wednesday. The veteran Jordan Lemon. Now to Turner, back to Lemon. Got blocked, his pass, and it's out for another throw-in. Ball launched forward into the middle. Wilkinson tries to get to it, but then hacked away by McMahon. Goes back to Tinker. Tinker thought about the shot. He did score his first Steels goal a few weeks ago in Sparkgate. He gets it from the overlap, puts the ball into the middle. It's a great cross. There should be someone on the end of it. Will go out for a throw-in in the end, but that's when Tinker's at his best, that overlap. It's a brilliant cross in the middle, but Wilkinson, Morris and Grejlak could not get onto the end of it. Thompson will go to take the throw-in right next to their own corner flag. Back to Thompson, who launches it forward. Eagledon will volley it back, headed away. Wilkinson's going to be the one to get onto this. Leaves it for Deakin. Deakin not got any options on his left, so he gives it back to Turner in the middle, then back to Deakin. Tinker's keeping central rather than overlapping. Lofted on the top, finds Morris, but the offside flag is up. And James Morris, that is one of his weaknesses as a player. He gets caught on the offside a few times a game in a typical one. Gets caught out there today. And that ends the attack for now. And Stocksbridge have seemingly just stopped this, how rampant Hyde were looking for a bit. Ball forward, headed away by Tinker. Morris takes it down in the chest. Grejlak wants it. Ball at the top, looking for Grejlak. It's just a bit loose. Gets a bit of a shove in his back, and it will be a free kick just outside the box for Stocksbridge. And the Steels will get a good chance here. We haven't seen many direct free kicks scored by Stocksbridge over the last few years. Thomas Poole's the one who has got him, if anyone, and he's not in the squad at all today. Curtis Turner, it's actually very close to the corner of the box. I don't think he'll be taking a shot from here, but we've seen him swing him in from a bit further out. So maybe he'll see this as an ideal opportunity. He did score the equaliser on Tuesday night. And today he does become Stocksbridge's second most appearance player, overtaking the legend that is Gary Hurlston. Here comes the effort, gets blocked by the wall. Tinker will take it. Tinker takes a shot, and well, Tinker, who scored his first goal a few weeks ago for the Steels, it took him 160 appearances, well over 3 years, and that sort of shot is why it took him that long. He is the Stocksbridge player to have taken the most appearances, outfield player, before scoring a goal. Even David Ray, the goalkeeper, beat him on that one. As ball goes out here for a Hyde throw-in on the left-hand side. 20 minutes gone, 0-0 here, though Hyde really should have had the lead. Ben Townsend has had a brilliant performance so far. The ball goes forward and headed back to Mercy. Well handled there by the home team. Ball going forward, brought down well before a tackle from Morris, and it's going to be given Stocksbridge's way, which I'm not surprised about, but I think Morris was feeling a bit charitable about it, but because he gave it right back. But then he's closed down, it's gone a bit loose, but Hyde have got it back, and Pratt will just huck it away, brought down here by Rosefawn, back in the midfield. Ball launched to the top, and I'm wondering where Elliot Owen is there, because Eagledon's had to deal with that on his own. He has done so very well, though. But that's how Stocksbridge have been caught out a bit so far in this game. As turning it forward to Morris, doesn't get it under control, goes out for a throw-in. Some goals to tell you about. Matlock 1-0 up on Blythe Town. Declan Eric Thompson, the former Steel, has scored. And Brighouse 2-0 up on Hallam now. Romario Dunn the scorer. A bit of a shock scoreline happening at Sandygate at the moment. As Great just won the ball in midfield, goes to Morris, who holds on to for a bit of time, then over to Turner. Tackle from Jones Griffiths. He's added a lot more grit to that midfield than we saw from the Hyde midfield in this game on Tuesday. As Lemon launches it forward, Morris gets a touch, but it's just going to go back and will end up being covered here by Pratt, who keeps it in on the right-hand side. Ball forward now, then cleared down the line, and it's a really good ball here to Roseford, but a good tackle by Owen that stops him going any further, throwing to Hyde. Parkgate 1-0 on Albion Sports. Bradley Gregory has scored. And as the ball is put in play, Fernley gets it back into defence. He's been Hyde's best player so far, Matt Fernley. As Thompson gets it out to the left. Being covered here by Jordan Lemon. As he's looking to get past him. Gets a tackle in, but he goes into the box, and it will be a free kick. Lemon has fouled him in the process. And Hyde will have a chance to put the ball into the box. Sunderland have equalised against Chelsea. Wilson Isidore, the scorer at Stamford Bridge. And Sheffield have equalised against Bottisford. Another former Steel, Bradley Beatson, has got that goal. It's almost a corner, this free kick, because Alex O'Connor, I think, had a bit of a talking to, probably because he was unhappy that was given. He's usually the one that gets in trouble for dissent. On a chilly day here in Hyde. As we prepare this free kick, Steels again need to be resolutely defending. They've been caught out on far too many occasions.
We don't score set pieces, you're alright.
Oh, that's a curse. As the ball goes to the far hand side, and Wilton gets a head onto it, will go out for a throw-in on close to the flag here.
No one's scoring off that, are they?
Just with the Hyde team telling us that they don't score off set pieces, but that's normally what leads to us conceding from one. Pratt will have this throw-in close to the flag. Got a few options as they come close and then they peel off. But throw it goes back and then loop back, and it will go out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. It's right in front of the loud Hyde fans to our right, who I don't think were too happy with the way that worked out. Ball here on the left-hand side, where Tinker launching it forward. Wilson gets something onto it, but not enough, and it's easily cleared away by Hall. But then O'Connor will return it. Be an unchallenged Duxbury who brings it down, not correctly, and he just ends up hooking it, and it goes. Well, it's going to bounce and stay in. The AstroTurf really helping out Hyde on that occasion. Ball goes forward, and Owen again just doesn't judge the flight of the ball, and coming off the way with the ball is going to be Frost. Tinker's made a mistake here. Frost down the right. Owen goes down. Townsend misses it, and then it's hooked away by Jordan Lemon as it's almost crosses the line. Townsend beaten there. Makes a rare mistake in this game, but Jordan Lemon helps out his Chesterfield school bus friend. And Fernley gets it back into defence. Now Hall. And they'll carry on playing it from defence at the moment, Hyde. Pass through into the middle, flips over to Pratt, and he's brought it down well. Into defence again. Back into defence. Hyde just half pass it midfield as they're looking for a way through. And then back to Mercy. Launches it long. Iggulden want to win this, but to go short, O'Connor gets it to Grejlak on the right. Continuing down the right, but he's going to lose a physical battle with Duxbury, and it will go out for a throw-in. Ball back into defence, and Wilson will press, and it's kind of caused some problems there for McMahon, who only clears it back out to O'Connor, but then it's not a great pass forward from him. That's intercepted by Fernley, who has been brilliant in that midfield for Hyde today, but his launch forward will be a Stocksbridge throw-in. 26 minutes gone, 0-0 here. Harborough are 2-0 up on Russian and Diamonds now. Devon Kelly Evans, the scorer. Lemon's just been told to get further back. That's something you get from Lemon. He's a veteran. He does know a lot of the tricks of the trade. And he unfortunately has been caught by the referee on that occasion, because he did try and take 20 yards. You know, fair play for trying, but honestly, that's so far forward. I'm actually a bit shocked he's not ended up with a booking, as Jones Griffiths clears it away. Tinker just trying to make sure he gets the right level there, and he does. Tinker will bring it forward now. Tinker forward now to Morris, gets it past, and Tinker trying to get to it, but it will be covered by Pratt. Tinker though commits the foul, and it will be a Hyde free kick. So, as yet another plane comes over here, people returning from their holidays. And when they get off that plane, they are going to get the usual thing of when you've been in nice sunny Tenerife, absolutely frozen, and probably in Manchester Airport drizzling. I don't think I've ever got off a plane at Manchester Airport when it's not been drizzling. Now we have got some bright sunshine here in Hyde today, as there's a bit of head tennis between the two teams where it goes out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Ball will be out here for Tinker to take the throw. Into Deakin, back to Tinker. Sends it forward. Grejlak will head it on, and then it's cleared away by Hayes. A hell of a clearance. Eagle are tracking it. I'm wondering if, as Turner knocks it over, I've got a little theory that I'm going to talk about in the next break in play is Deakin gets it over to Tinker. Ball launching, looking for Morris, headed away. Turner will try to get to it, and Jones Griffith wins it first. So Turner gets a few touches onto it. Managed to get a bit of a block, and O'Connor gets it forward to Deakin. Deakin flips it through to Morris. Morris wants to turn. He's offside. It's well saved by Merson anyway, but it will be a free kick. Just half a yard, Morris offside on that occasion, not looking at his line. But it will be a free kick. That is basically a goal kick. So this theory I've got, obviously you've got Townsend in his cap, and I've just seen Eagledon as he tried to check the header getting his hands over. I think the reason these long balls are working so effectively against Stocksbridge, where they don't normally, is just simply because the sunlight is quite low to the left of us, and it is blinding our defence. And they're having to take that extra second, which is allowing Hyde, who obviously don't have that problem, as Tinker's pass forward gets a little bit of block, but Deakin will just track it as it goes out for a throw-in. So no more goals in the trophy today. The ball just goes back here to Elliot Owen. Back to Townsend, who has been pressed here, and he will get the ball up, headed away into midfield. I think one of the boards here that advertises like the food and tickets has just fallen over. There's another long ball over the top. Eagledon this time heads it to the left, and Owen will just get it further down the line. Will be a throw-in though to the home team. 30 minutes gone in this game. It remains 0-0. Here comes a cross in after the throw-in, and everyone's missed it. That includes Hyde though, thankfully. Hudson comes back in to help, gets it back to Lemon. Lemon launching it long, looking for Morris, but then brought down by McMahon, who gets it away. It will go out though for a throw-in. So Stocksbridge get the ball back. So Lemon near his own bench here. Launching the ball long, headed away, and Morris brings it down really well into midfield, but he's got no help on that left-hand side. He's shouting for it as he gets it forward to Deakin. Now Tinker's offered his help on the left. Deakin going forward with it. He's going to put across, he's going to take a bit of a shot, and it dipped a bit, but not enough. It goes over. Will go at be a goal kick. Saw his name in lights for a second, Danny Deakin. And on the end of season highlight reel. Instead, it's about a 20-second clip on the highlights come released tomorrow afternoon. Ball going forward. Head away by Tinker into the middle. Fernley gets rolled, and O'Connor to Morris, who tries to bring it down. Jones Griffiths causing problems as he has to go down to right, back to Lemon, who takes a touch, closed down, sends it down the channel, headed away by Thompson. A battle for it in the middle. And Turner wins it, but his flick only goes back into Pratt at right back. Big ball forward again, which is an obvious target as it's gone under Eagledon's foot. That he gets it on the second time, gets it back to Townsend, who will just take his time over it and then pick it up. Ball forward, and it's headed away by Duxbury, but collected here by Lemon, who locks it forward, headed away by McMahon. Wilson just can't bring it down, and then it's knocked out to the right to Pratt. Fernley again continues to have a good game, but then Pratt doesn't get his ball right, and it goes out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Turner gets it quickly from the throw-in, going forward. Fernley in there already, though. Turner tries to get long in it. Will be a Hyde throw-in this time. Greshlik's calling for it as if it's his throw-in, but it's not. Stockton 2-0 up on Clitheroe. Jamie Bramwell has got the goal. Throw going forward, headed on by Frost, but then Turner wins the next header. Tinker gets it on to Deakin, who brings it down, volleys it forward towards Wilkinson, headed away, and it's going to be raced onto now by O'Connor, who had a bit of space down the right, but instead it's just going to bring it back and give it back to Jordan Lemon, who takes the touch on it. He beats one man, Jordan Lemon, takes a shot, not thought. Oh, what a goal! It's Jordan Lemon! It's only his fourth ever goal for Stocksbridge. He hasn't scored since he scored against Sheffield FC 3 years ago, that is. It's Jordan Lemon who has scored for the Steels. Who would have thought that? The right back with a long range effort. And it's out of really nothing from a right back who, to be honest, has struggled a bit, but now he's just got a goal out of nothing.
Goal for Stocksbridge on 34 minutes, number 2, Jordan Lemon.
I'm a bit in shock still, to be honest, at that one. It's only his fourth goal for the Steels. He's not scored since 2022. But I think Boris Johnson was still Prime Minister when he last scored a goal. But that is, it's Jordan Lemon with the goal. Steels lead 1-0 here. I think our clock has broke. We will try and correct that when we can. Ball forward from Hall. Headed on, and Owen will head it away, and Deakin got a bit of a touch onto it. Greshlik into midfield. And then it's going to be Duxbury trying to get forward with it, having a bit of a match with O'Connor there. Gets past O'Connor, now it's Lemon, gets past Lemon, but then Eagledon steps in and clears it. Jones Griffiths intercepts. Hyde will keep this attack going for now. Back into midfield, over onto the left. Lemon, though, gets in, clears it away. Oxford United 2-0 up on Sheffield Wednesday. Callum Brannigan, the latest scorer for the U's. As the ball goes forward. Tinker heads away into midfield, but only back to Hyde, and then rolls forward. Oh, to right, a really good ball that finds Pratt with plenty of space. With Pratt continuing, trying to play the ball into the middle, gets a man in the box, back to goal, lays off to right, a bit ahead of Pratt. Pratt still gets it over into the middle, header blocked, and then here comes Jones Griffiths, blocked again. Lemon with the block, it will go out for a corner. Jordan Lemon with another key block, and he's turned from having a bit of a game where you're thinking, this is why he's the backup, to, oh my God, why is he not starting after? It was Tom Charlesworth tormented Hyde a lot on Tuesday. Lemon is now taken over that role. Corner kick though to Hyde. Ball over to the far post, and it's an overhit corner that Stocksbridge will take every day of the week, plus any more that might come. It's a throw-in on that left-hand side. so we're not entirely sure what minute we're on. I'm going to bet that we're on 37 minutes and go from there. The ball goes forward. O'Connor knocks it out to the right. Wilkinson will chase onto it, and he does. Gets it back to Lemon. Knocks it forward to Morris, who brings it down on the chest, and then trying to get it out to the right. O'Connor forward looking for Grezlak. Just a bit ahead of him. Hall will get it, and he'll look to turn and get it downfield, and does. Morris got a bit of something onto it, but then Owen just hesitated for a second, and Hyde almost created something out of it, but Stocksbridge back, and now Deacon then hesitated, and Hyde managed to get the ball. Hesitation costing Stocksbridge, but they're back on the football now. O'Connor back into Iggulden. Over to Lemon, who controls it. Forward, and then Lemon just loses it, but then almost gets tackled. Iggulden comes back to hell. Lemon down on the ground for whatever reason. Ball forward here. Wilkinson's taken it and then tries the spectacular Deacon. He's thinking, come on, if you passed it to me in my path, that could be two. But I suppose you can't stop a striker from taking a shot in a box. One of those where you can't really take that out of him, or else you might defeat the point of him. So Steele's leading 1-0 here, 39 minutes gone. Jordan Lemon with the goal. Yes, you heard that right. Only his fourth goal in 6 years being for the Steels. As Grezlak just got it, moves into the box, takes a strike, it's a well-hit strike, but Mersin is able to save well to his left. Didn't really have many other options. Grezlak had to go for it as he looked for his fourth for the season. Ball launched forward, and Turner will head it out to the left where Grezlak would normally be, but he's just still coming back. It will go out for a Hyde throw-in. Ball forward, and Iggulden will clear it up into the air. Headed back by Jones Griffiths. Deacon will get it, clear it out. Well brought down by Grezlak. Grezlak, he's been penned in by two, but he still finds Deacon, and then pass that's a bit too clever for its own good, and he gives it back to Hyde. Now on the left here with Duxbury. Duxbury going forward. Forced back. In the middle though to Fernley. Going back over to Jones Griffiths. Into defence, Fernley again. He has probably been the best player on the pitch, Fernley. He'll be annoyed that his team's 1-0 down as he just feints away from the pressure of Grezlak. Then over across, puts it under the legs of referee James Owen. As Scanlon charging forward with it. He's done well to get onto that left wing. Scanlon back onto the left. Now Duxbury on the ball. Looking for an option, back to Scanlon. Lost one, looking for the far post. Tinker tracks it, heads it away. And it's going to be a fight to use the first onto it. Tinker's chasing to be on his own rebound, but just not able to get to it. But it will go out for a throw-in, and it will be a Hyde throw-in. Tinker didn't realise it and got... Park Steele's going Lemo in the comments, and Laroon just joined commentary, was watching SWSC but gave them 2-0 down. The Steels have already brightened my day. Let's hope they'll keep it bright, because there's still a lot way to go in this. As Fernley dribbles forward with it. Nice little right foot pass onto the left to Duxbury. Feinting a bit, going forward. Pass blocked, and Turner will get the tackle, and carrying it forward is Turner. On the right, going forward, look for Morris. It's beyond him though, and Hall will collect it and get it away onto the left. Headed on. Brought down by Roseford. Into the middle to Scanlon. Scanlon onto the left. And then ball forward, and it could be one for Frost here, but he's gone a bit far wide now, and then loses the touches. He was ready to pull the trigger. Owen's trying to do it, but then Owen gets him up for it. He's spinning on the line here. It's still in play. Deacon's trying to get it. That is a mad thing there. Ball over, and then Townsend claims it. But have you ever seen a ball spin on the line as if it was a spinning top? Ball out to Morris. Back to Lemon. Launch it forward. Headed away by McMahon. Brought down by Morris, and then O'Connor gets first touch, gets a second touch as well after blocking the clearance, but then it goes back to Pratt, who clears up. Rosefawn with the initial header backwards, and it's Iggulden who comes away with it, but then loses it, and he's a bit out of position now, so Stocksbridge need to get someone in that position because, but then they've given away a foul. Actually, there's contact there, I think, on the head on a Stocksbridge player. So I think it's a Hyde free kick, but they stopped it rather than give the advantage because of the head injury. So Alex O'Connor, it's Jack Tinker getting up, the left back, who's often in the wars. And the Hyde fans not too happy. They don't think they believe that was it was a head injury. There will be actually a drop ball rather than a free kick, as Jones Griffiths will get the ball, plays it forward, then out to Pratt on the right. Now Pratt launch ball forward, and he's going to be free here, Rawsford. He is immediately met with pressure on the right-hand side of the box, and then Curtis Turner coming away with the ball. Plays out to Grejlak. There's a chance for a counter-attack now. Grejlak, brilliant pass to Jordan Lemon. He's already scored one as he crosses the halfway line. Slows it down now. Finds Morris on the right. Morris tries to get the ball into the middle, but that's going to be intercepted by Thompson, who then clears it out. Stocksbridge throw-in. 42 minutes gone in this game. Lemon will have the throw-in. Goes onto back to Lemon, then to Wilkinson, trying to get the overlap here, and then cleared away. We'll go out for another throw-in. Stocksbridge have it again on this throw. As Chesson leading 1-0 against Wingate Finchley. George Nunn has scored. As Lemon tries to get the ball forward, but it is blocked, and Hyde will have it back in the defence with Thompson, who hooks it away. Back with Tinker though, who's going to try and use the left hand side. Gets it Deakin. His touch takes him a bit behind. He just spins round and faces the goal now. Now to Grejlak on the left. Deakin's the overlapping option. Grejlak wants to move it onto his right. In the middle to Tinker. Forward to Morris. Takes a snapshot from turning, but it will be fairly easy for Mercy. Ball goes forward here. Headed on by Frost, but Townsend will just be happy to claim that. Whitby a 2-0 upon Rushall. Michael Woods has scored. And Answorth have equalised against Fackley. Ben Harriott has scored, and Campion had taken a 2-goal lead against Penistone Church through Ian Gregson, but then Sam Scrivens, who made one appearance for Stocksbridge, has got one back for Penistone. As O'Connor lost one over the top. Grejlak might get onto this. He gets a touch, but then Mersin with a key save. I think Mersin always saw what was going on there and advanced really, and Grejlak had to get that perfect to score. He wasn't able to do so. He has scored one similar though. He did it against Guiseley back in the August bank holiday. Ball heading on. Turner, well, who gets on the ball after Eagleton's header. Now Tinker has it. Tinker will have the ball here. Gets it forward to Morris. Morris back to Tinker. Then to Owen. Now Deakin back to Tinker. Now Owen knocks it over the top. Grejlak's going to get past his man. He might do it here. Pulling the shirt a bit of McMahon, and he is going to get penalised for that. We're in whatever added time there is now. We haven't seen the board go up. Oh, it's 1 minute of added time it will be. As ball from Mersin goes forward. Eagleton heads it away, then Turner with a good head away to Wilson, who knocks it over the top. I don't think Grejlak realised he could have got onto that, but as it goes all the way back to Mersin. Takes it long now, Mersin, over into the centre. Like headed on. Rawsford chases it down, but then Turner wins the ball, sends it forward, and Morris could get onto it before McMahon has to just hook it away. Wilson looks to bring it down. Tries to get it down to the right, but then it's Hyde intercepts, and now there's a counter. It's Tom Pratt. Pratt with loads of space on this right wing. Continuing on it, facing up with Tinker, puts an early cross in, brought down, shot, and it's Hyde at Townsend. One enough power in it, and that's going to be the end of the first half here. To be honest, Stocksbridge have not played as well as they did in the first half of the game on Tuesday night, but they were 2-0 down at the break. Here, they're 1-0 up, and it's thanks to a long-range strike from Jordan Lemon, of all people, scoring his first goal since 2022, Bank Holiday Monday against Sheffield FC. Thank you for everyone who's been listening so far. In this game was sponsored by R&R Car and Van Hyde. We will see you in 15 minutes for the second half. So today we have another tough game for the Steels, as they have now finally entered some good form. 4 games unbeaten, but they face the Prescott Cables that are 6 games unbeaten. And as we were in this league, we're starting to build a reputation, different teams, we're starting to learn what each one's about and everything. Everything we talk about Prescott, everything we know is that this is probably the toughest place to come in the league. For Stocksbridge Park Steels, it's Ben Townsend in goal, Tom Charlesoff, Connor Smythe, Curtis Turner the captain, Elliot Owen, the only change, Paul Iggledon, who comes in for Ben Jordison, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, James Morris, and Oliver Greshlight. Benches Jack Tinker, Sam Kay, Alfie Wilkinson, Jordan Lemon, and potentially making his return from a hamstring injury, Jack DeGruchy. Throwing a positive start for the Steels so far in this game. Ball into the middle here. Morris just can't control it. Back to Greshlight, who can't get a decent shot off. It's deflected and bounces and in the end knocked away, so Hare can go and claim it. Calvin Hare will take this free kick. Slips as he does so, but it's a good kick. Going forward, headed into the box and almost there for Ben Elliott, who's been a potent goal scorer for the Cables this season. Just couldn't get onto it. Townsend gathers it. The ball is now back here with Devine here, who throws it forward. Charles gets header, now forward now to O'Connor. O'Connor to Morris. He's moved into the centre here with Rawson on his right. Morris beats another man. Can he get it back to Greshlight? No juggles. Greshlight with the header. Clawed away, and no, it's not. It's in. Greshlight has put the Steels ahead. Calvin Hare got a hand onto it. It wasn't enough though. Oh, and now the Steels are ahead. It's a poacher's goal from the Polish forward once again. The Steels lead 1-0 thanks to Oliver Greshlight. Mike Bacon to left, but well read and tackled. Out to the right as Prescott will now look to get onto the counter. Goes forward, headed away by Owen, but only back here for Goodwin, who's going for it, takes a shot, blocked, and Townsend's racing to keep it out for a make sure it don't go out for a corner. Does get his foot on it and stops it going to. Ashton United, Josh Scott scored. Morpeth in that 6-pointer against Workington, a 1-0 up. Nicholas Ballardo has scored, and Hebburn 1-0 on Leek. Ethan Wood, the man with the goal. Smythe with the ball. He gets it out to O'Connor. He just has to slow down to get it. Stops him potentially breaking into that space that opened up on the right side. O'Connor moves to the centre, takes a shot, takes a bit of a deflection. Well, thought it took a deflection. The referee disagrees with that, and it will go out for a goal kick. Zen's not happy because he's having his space blocked off. Ball towards the far end and headed back into the 6-yard area. Flick to, and then Townsend claims, and I think Townsend's had a bit of an awkward landing on that one. There's some of the Prescott fans who probably share allegiances to both teams would be quite happy about. Long ball here from Hare, headed on and then flicked on by Elliott. Charlesoff there, don't get it, and he's wanting a foul, Charlesoff, but it's not given here. As he goes to cross it there, across the far side. This is where Charlesoff would be. Shot, and it's over the bar. He's happy where the wall is, so he'll head into position and we'll get the free kick in a moment or so. We know how strong he is from this sort of set piece. Ball into the box. Hare deleted shot. Rawson with a header. It's 2-0 to the Steels. Calvin Hare's punished there for his indecision coming for the ball. He was initially going for it, stops. Rawson's there for the header. Stocksbridge have doubled their lead and are 2-0 up from the home side. Low one here. Takes a shot, takes a deflection, and then Iggledon clears it away. Nicely worked, but Iggledon was aware. Now it's a chance for a counter. Charlesoff, though, loses the ball, stops that counter, and then Smythe goes in with a tackle, wins it. Turner will come away with the ball. Ball goes forward here to Elliott, getting held up, but Owen gets the ball off him. Back with Smythe, he loses bounce pick, but does get through to Owen. Forward to Deakin, now out to the left. Ball forward, looking for Morris. It's a great ball. Can Morris get it sideways? Rawson's in the middle. Morris, great touch, puts the player on his bottom, takes a shot, blocked. And now Prescott are on the clear. Yeah. and it will be a free kick Prescott's way. So Prescott now will try and build from the back. Good chance there, they're trying to make it free and would really kill this game off. Ball forward, over the top of Eagledon. Adair's trying to get the touch, gets the first one in his header. Charles is coming, takes a shot, it's in, and that's a daft one to give away. And now that is Prescott well and truly back into it, and probably at the ideal time for them to score as well. The 67th minute, Charles just couldn't shield it from a Route 1 ball as well. It's the simplest way for Prescott to score, but it is a goal for the home team. As the ball from Smith goes into the box, headed away by Eagledon, goes to the edge of the area, picked up there by Farcast as well to get it away from Smythe on the right hand side. Back it goes to an unmarked Foley, goes in, it's going past everyone, it's in the 6-yard area, Wilkinson clears. Dangerous moment. Now does make his way on. Forward, forward into the box. Charles misses his header, but then goes to Eagledon. Loose, and it's one here in the middle. Played into the 6-yard area. Stab and wide of the goal. Corner kick. It's took a deflection. Prescott think they're going to get an equaliser soon, and with the momentum, you don't really want to disbelieve them. On the initial attempt, corner going in towards the far post, and he's going to loop and then over the bar. But that ball down on the ground, launching it long. Charles will get the head away into the midfield. Turn trying to get it, but Donaldson's going to win that. Wide, and Tinker sliding tackle blocks. That will go out for a throw-in. God, all the momentum with Prescott at the moment. That's Farkas into the middle now with Smith. Loads of space. Ball into the middle. Eagledon can only slice it up into the air. It's going to still in the box. It's just dropping. Bounces a bit, going towards goal. Owen's got a few headers. He's gone down, cleared. He's gone to the edge here to Goodwin. Goodwin's trying to find the shot, takes a block, and it's still on the edge of the area, headed in, and then Deakin can't get the touch, and then Turner hooks it away. Wilkinson clears, and he's going to go in the middle there. No chance for a counter return. Will be a long throw, but he's actually they're going to find a short one here. Back it goes onto the right, and then back to Scully. Ball into the box. Owen gets it out to the left, headed towards across the area. Rawson heads it back. It takes a bit of a block in the 6-yard area, out to the left to Goodwin. Goodwin trying to beat Charles. Ball across the 6-yard area. He's everyone hit, blocked, and then Stocksbridge clear. Rawson's tripped, and it's going to be a free kick to the Steels for the trip on Rawson. Prescott really not happy about that. And claim our first league win away from home. Ball going forward now to that right-hand side. Headed away into midfield, but it's just going to go to Turner. Turner tried to get back to the right-hand side. Rawson will leave it, but it will go out for the throw-in. Prescott will get their last chance from this. No, they won't! Have got their away win. They got a goal early in this second half. Luke Rawson headed in from the corner. Nerves were created though. A long ball, and Findlay crossed it there, holding off Tom Charlesworth. Meant they were able to create a 20-minute press for an equaliser, but the Steels held on. They got their win today, the first league win, 3 league wins in a row. Stocksbridge have all the points going home with, back over to Sheffield. Thank you for So today we have another tough game for the Steels, as they have now finally entered some good form. 4 games unbeaten, but they face the Prescott Cables that are 6 games unbeaten. And as we were in this league, we're starting to learn the reputation of different teams. We're starting to learn what each one's about and everything. Everything we told about Prescott, everything we know is that this is probably the toughest place to come in the league. For Stocksbridge Park Steels, it's Ben Townsend in goal, Tom Charlesworth, Connor Smythe, Curtis Turner the captain, Elliot Owen. The only change, Paul Eagledon, who comes in for Ben Jordison, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, James Morris, and Oliver Greshlock. Benches Jack Tinker, Sam Kay, Alfie Wilkinson, Jordan Lemon, and potentially making his return from a hamstring injury, Jack DeGruchy. Throwing a positive start for the Steels so far in this game. Ball into the middle here. Morris just can't control it. Back to Grezlak, who can't get a decent shot off. It's deflected and bounces and in the end knocked away, so Hare can go and claim it. Calvin Hare will take this free kick. Slips as he does so, but it's a good kick. Headed into the box and almost there for Ben Elliott, who's been a potent goal scorer for the Cave of the season. Just couldn't get onto it. Townsend gathers it. The ball is now back here with Devine here, who throws it forward. Charles gets header, now forward now to O'Connor. O'Connor to Morris. He's moved into the centre here with Rawson on his right. Morris beats another man. Can he get it back to Grezlak? And no juggles. Grezlak with the header. Clawed away. And no, it's not. It's in. Grezlak has put the Steels ahead. Calvin Hare got a hand onto it. It wasn't enough though. Oh, and now the Steels are ahead. It's a poacher's goal from the Polish forward once again. The Steels lead 1-0 thanks to Oliver Grezlak. Mike Bacon to left, but well read and tackled. Out to the right as Prescott will now look to get onto the counter. Goes forward, headed away by Owen, but only back here for Goodwin, who's going for it, takes a shot, blocked, and Townsend's racing to keep it out for make sure it don't go out for a corner. Does get his foot on it and stops it going to. Ashton United, Josh Scott scored. Morpeth in that 6 points against Workington, a 1-0 up. Nicholas Ballardo has scored, and Hebburn 1-0 up on Leek. Ethan Wood, the man with the goal. Smythe with the ball. He gets it out to O'Connor. He just has to slow down to get it. Stops him potentially breaking into that space that opened up on the right side. O'Connor moves to the centre, takes a shot, takes a bit of a deflection. Well, thought it took a deflection. The referee disagrees with that, and it will go out for a goal kick. Space blocked off. Ball towards the far end and headed back into the 6-yard area. Flicked to, and then Townsend claims, and I think Townsend had a bit of an awkward landing on that one. There's some of the Prescott fans who probably share allegiances to both teams would be quite happy about. Long ball here from Hare, headed on and then flicked on by Elliott. Charlesoff there, don't get it, and he's wanting a foul, Charlesoff, but it's not given here. As he goes to cross it there, across the far side. This is where Charlesoff would be. Shot, and it's over the bar. He's happy where the wall is, so he'll head into position and we'll get the free kick in a moment or so. We know how strong he is from this sort of set piece. Ball into the box. Deleted shot. Rawson with a header. It's 2-0 to the Steels. Calvin Hare's punished there for his indecision coming for the ball. He was initially going for it, stops. Rawson's there for the header. Stocksbridge have doubled their lead and are 2-0 up. Side. Low one here. Takes a shot, takes a deflection, and then Eagledon clears it away. Nicely worked, but Eagledon was aware. Now it's a chance for a counter. Charlesoff, though, loses the ball, stops that counter, and then Smythe goes in with a tackle, wins it. Turner will come away with the ball. Ball goes forward here to Elliott, getting held up, but Owen gets the ball off him. Back with Smythe, he loses bounce bit, but does get through to Owen. Forward to Deacon, now out to the left. Ball forward, looking for Morris. It's a great ball. Can Morris get it sideways? Rawson's in the middle. Morris, great touch, puts the player on his bottom, takes a shot, blocked. And now Prescott are on the clear. Yeah. Yes. And it will be a free kick Prescott's way. So Prescott now will try and build from the back. Good chance there. They're trying to make it free and it would really kill this game off. Ball forward. Over the top of Eagledon. Adair's trying to get the touch, gets the first one in his header. Charles coming, takes a shot, it's in, and that's a daft one to give away. And now that is Prescott well and truly back into it, and probably at the ideal time for them to score as well. The 67th minute, Charles just couldn't shield it from a Route 1 ball as well. It's the simplest way for Prescott to score, but it is a goal for the home team. As the ball from Smith goes into the box, headed away by Eagledon, goes to the edge of the area, picked up there by Farcast as well to get it away from Smythe on the right-hand side. Back it goes to an unmarked Foley, goes in, it's going past everyone, it's in the 6-yard area, Wilkinson clears. Dangerous moment. Now does make his way on. Ball forward into the box, Charles misses his header, but then goes to Eagledon, loose, and it's one here in the middle. And wide kick, it's took a deflection. Prescott think they're going to get an equaliser soon, and with the momentum, you don't really want to disbelieve them. Hearing it on the initial attempt. Corner going in towards the far post, and it's going to loop and then over the bar. Head, that ball down on the ground and launching it long. Charles Huff will get the head away into the midfield. Turn trying to get it, but Donaldson's going to win that. And then out wide, and Tinker sliding tackle blocks that, will go out for a throw-in. God, all the momentum with Prescott at the moment. That's Farkas into the middle now with. Hello, welcome to the Project Solar Stadium here for the FA Trophy match between Hyde United and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I'm your commentator Adam Allcroft, and this commentary is sponsored by R&R Car and Van Hire. Steels leading 1-0 thanks to that 25-yard strike from Jordan Lemon. And they've not been particularly brilliant today, Stocksbridge, but they've got what's the most important thing, and that is the lead. Hyde United have been denied by a series of brilliant saves from Ben Townsend, who's probably having his best performance of the season. Close to the second half beginning here, our referee James Owen, assisted by Aaron Shatwell and Elliot Hopman, is just doing his final few checks. As Hyde will be the ones getting us underway. So we'll go through the teams when we get started. And here we go. So Hyde United in the red shirts, black shorts, black socks, kick from right to left. They immediately kick a ball right out for Stocksbridge, who are in the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks, to get the throw in as they go from left to right. That sun is very low to our left. We need some of that traditional baseball cap. There's Yusuf Mersin in the high goal is wearing, and the rest of the team is Lewis Thompson, Scott Duxbury, Shaquille Jones-Griffiths, Taylor McMahon, Will Hall, Tom Pratt, Matt Fernley, Lewis Rawsthorne, Jordan Scanlon and Charlie Frost. The bench is Antoine McCauley, Jack Redshaw, Ben Kershaw, Niall Bell and Harry Bunn. I expect Antoine McCauley's pace to come on a bit later in this game if Hyde are still chasing things. For Stocksbridge, it's Ben Townsend in goal, then Jordan Lemon, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner, Elliot Owen, Paul Eagledon, Danny Deacon, Alex O'Connor, Alfie Wilkinson, James Morris and Oliver Greshlight. The bench is Connor Smythe, Jack DeGrucci, Sam Kay, Tommy Marshall and Jack Watson. As the ball goes forward here, and they've got it on the right hand side through Scanlon. Ball into the middle, Turner misjudges it, and there could be a ball into the middle 6-yard area, and then I think Tinker's got in between man and ball, and then he's being fouled for his work as well. So smart defending from Tinker. That's just, even though he tells me off when I call him young, because he's 25 now. I suppose you're not young when you're 25, you're just something. But ball goes back to Townsend, and it'll be interesting. I say the sun is very low to our left. We can't really see anything, so it's interesting what it'll be like down on the pitch. I had a theory it affected the Stocksbridge defence in the first half, and it'll be interesting to see if it affects the Hyde defence here. As Townsend's kick just falls a bit short, it's head away, but then Lemon gets to it. Now O'Connor, who hooks it away to Wilkinson, who tries to control and turn, can't do so, but it's knocked out for a Stocksbridge throw. So just seeing that Guiseley are ahead. They're 1-0 up away at Prescott Cables. They would be the third team to win at Prescott Cables if they were to do so. The other two are playing right in front of us today. As Morris wins the ball, there was a fielder for a foul on Turner as the ball's cleared, and it will be a Hyde free kick after O'Connor tripped his man on the halfway line. Hyde seen more of the ball as we started this second half. Clifford, by the way, came back from 2-0 behind to make it 3-2 against Stockton Town before the end of the first half. Very impressive comeback from them. Stockton were knocked out by Trafford in similar circumstances in the FA Cup. Ball long from Fernley, Hyde's best player. Ball flicked onto the right here as it's Hall, puts it into the middle, cleared away by Turner. Will be got by Eagledon here, who knocks it out to the left, and then into the middle, and Morris beats his man, and Wilkinson's free on the right here, but Morris is going on his own. He's got options on the right and the left. Lays it for Wilkinson. Wilkinson back in the middle, too far for Greshlight. It was brilliant play. Maybe could have gone with Wilkinson earlier, but Greshlight was waiting on the left, just couldn't get to the ball from Wilkinson, which was a bit let down by the cross there, but a really good break there. Campion 3-1 up on Pennington Church. Patrick Sykes has scored. 48 minutes gone here. Ball forward. And it was won by Owen, but won in an unfair manner according to the referee. It's a free kick to Hyde. Hello to Park Steele saying, come on Steels, more of the same in the second half. As the ball is back for this free kick for Hyde in his own centre circle. As they've said, loads of people up front. I know it's do or die in this game. We've been an FA Trophy match. Penalties if we stay level at the end. And the last touch from Stocksbridge, so it will be a goal kick. So, ball will be back with Townsend for a goal kick. Warrington Rylands have taken the lead away at Cleethorpes. Harrison Wood has scored. It's 1-1 as well between Warrington Town and Lancaster City. Warrington Town down there in the bottom 3 at the moment. Or bottom 4 if you include Widnes. As Townsend ball goes out. It is on the official league table provided to us by the Northern Premier League. As Townsend's kick just lets him down there. It goes out of play for a Hyde throw-in. You'll want better next time. Ball nil, Fernley. Back it will go as that sun just goes behind a cloud here. That'll help Hyde out a bit as Eagledon heads this away. Deakin heads on. O'Connor tries to get to it, but being well met there in midfield by Hyde. And well, Duxbury turning well. Wilson got a foot in and Hyde almost get the ball. Last touch goes out though for a Stocksbridge throw-in. 50 minutes gone. Ball launched forward by Lemon, headed on by Wilkinson. Grejlak tries to bring it down, he just couldn't turn there, he's been held quite well. And just on the right side of Law as Eagledon just tries to deal with this ball but can't get the second touch on it, goes out for a Hyde throw. And there's the chill again, when the sun goes behind the cloud. And that's why Hyde will have picked to attack this end this time round. It was the other way round, they attacked the Tinker's Passage in the second half last time. As Stocksbridge wanted a free kick, not given as it switched over to Hall on the right hand side. Forward, ball forward now to Jones Griffiths. Back it goes to Scanlon on the right. Nice idea for the overlap, looking for Pratt, but over hit and out for a throw-in. So it will be a goal kick. Some people have been daft and worn shorts here to the match today, as if it's not the end of October near the Peak District. Townsend is already starting to take his time with these goal kicks. Stocksbridge leading 1-0 thanks to that strike from Jordan Lemon in the first half. Ball forward, it's a low one, and Jones Griffiths will get onto it. Could turn into a run if he can beat Deakin for pace, and he's got a bit of speed on him. Deakin will try to get to it, will end up going out for a Stocksbridge throw. He manages to keep Jones Griffiths from getting to it first. I think Jones Griffiths just had a bit of speed on him on that occasion, but Deakin, one of the experienced players in this team, was able to make sure he didn't get to the ball. Ball launched away, head away by Fernley. And then Lemon wins that ball there, gets it forward to Wilkinson. Back in the middle to O'Connor. O'Connor back to Lemon. Lemon launched it long but blocked. A bit of a stinger. Lemon will just let that go out for a throw-in rather than any panicking. Scott Duxbury there, who got the ball to the chest. And on a cold day, that's not what you really want. But he did, credit to him, he didn't flinch. Lemon will throw the ball forward. Look for Wilton, who does head it on. Grejlak tries to bring it down, tries to get across to Deakin. It's a really good ball. Can he get it forward to Morris? It's a good ball forward. It's just a bit to the left, and the keeper Mersin just races out boot. It's a really good boot away from Mersin. Could turn into attack here, but Owen comes in, sweeps it up well with a header. Will be a Hyde throw-in on the right-hand side. Cleethorpes have already equalised against Warrington Rylands. Josh Walker has scored. Ball thrown in the middle. Niall Bell trying to come on for Hyde, is what we're hearing, as Jordan Scanlon puts it back into midfield. Gets it across here to Thompson. His touch just lets him down. Lemon steps in, but he gives it back away. But then Turner just manages to get away with it. But then he can only get it to Duxbury, who's stretched to keep it under control. Pulled out to wide to the left. Stocksbridge could get punished here for not clearing as Duxbury runs into the box. Duxbury going in a boot, beats a tackle, goes for the shot, blocked, and then Deakin back in defence, clears away. Wilton gets a header onto it. It's away. Stocksbridge almost punished for some poor defending. Duxbury there. Sheffield Wednesday have got one back against Oxford United. Sean Fisure has scored, the Zimbabwe international. As the ball's back here with Thompson. Forward, brought down well by Duxbury. Goes out to the edge of the area. Deakin can't get enough onto it. And is that foul on the edge of the box? No, it's not. As Wilkinson head that one out and then returned by Hyde. Lemon returns the header. Greslak's trying to get onto it, but then you've gone bit of a collision. But then Turner race onto it. He's hacked at by Fernley. Advantage is given though as Deakin on it. Gets it out now to Morris on the left. Appeals for offside. Not given as Pratt is on the defensive. Morris here moves it onto his right, takes a shot, blocked, and Tinker's going to let that go for a corner kick to Stocksbridge on this left-hand side. A chance for Steels, who've been strong from corners and free kicks this season, to try and double their lead. This is when you would like that Sun to come back out to blind the Hyde defence, to be honest. So Turner will take this from the left-hand side, as it usually is. Deakin from the right, Turner from the left. Goes to the in-swinging corner, usually. Given the okay by referee James Owen. As the Sun just comes out at the right time. Ball into the middle. Header from Deakin is cleared off the line. Wilkinson's trying to get to it. Back to Deakin. Right-footed ball, looking for that far post. Headed away. Goes to O'Connor, strikes it. And it's under the legs, and it's off. He's got bundled in. I think we're going to give that as an Alex O'Connor goal, though it might well be an own goal, to be honest. It's 2-0, and I think that Sun that came out did in fact come out to help Stockbridge, and it goes in just as the ball has crossed the line. Steels lead 2-0. And the Steels, who have been under a bit of pressure in this half, have survived and used the set piece, the second attempt at the ball going in, to score, and Alex O'Connor has managed to score. It's just about gone over the line. And the Steels are going to be very, very happy with this.
Goal for Stocksbridge on 55 minutes. Number 8, Alex O'Connor.
And our words got a bit when they're going in because we just weren't sure what was actually happening. As Hyde are going to throw it forward 55. It's going to get a block from Hyde, and I think Hyde have made a substitute during that. Looks like Niall Bell, who he said was preparing to come on, has come on. I think he's coming for Osborne. And Hyde have just got it in the box. Volley at the near post, Townsend saves. Stocksbridge needs to be a bit more alive than that. Down with Townsend, who sends the ball forward. Fernley, who's been brilliant, Fernley, today. He's going to be especially irritated because his performance doesn't deserve losing 2-0. And then Scanlon, launch ball gets past Turner, and then Sun comes out again. And throw to Jones Griffiths, who gets control, takes a strike, great save, and then Bell somehow puts it over. Townsend's crediting Eagledon for helping him out there with the pressure on Bell, but that should be 2-1 and Hyde back into it. Bell really should convert it. Townsend's made the parry from Jones Griffiths, who's done well to get the shot off. And then Bell, he's just skied it from the edge of the 6-yard area. It remains 2-0, but only just. Stocksbridge are living luckily on that one.
Substitution for the Tigers, replacing number 11, Charlie Frost.
So it's Charlie Frost who has gone off there for Bell. Ball goes forward, brought down by, but then onto to O'Connor, the goal scorer. Ball forward, looking for Greslak, but cleared away. Out it goes back to Duxbury. O'Connor will get a foot in. And it will go out of play, and it's going to be a Hyde throw-in. They've quickly taken it. Lemon was appealing for it, but then Eagledon's coming well. Hyde got after just throwing at it now, don't they? And obviously they'll know that Stocksbridge came back from 2 behind against them, so why can't they come back from 2 behind against Stocksbridge. A Stocksbridge team that have lost a 2-goal lead this season already against Stockton Town. Be a long throw from Duxbury into the middle of the box. Heading into the 6-yard area. Tinker managed to get it, and it will be a free kick there. I'm not entirely sure what for. I think a high foot as Tinker was putting his head in. Hello, Sue Allcroft. Thank you for the super chat, Sue Allcroft, giving us £10 on the YouTube chat, saying buy Lemo a drink. So I'm going to buy Lemo a drink now in the bar after he scored the goal. That's Sue Allcroft, whose business Eden Tree Caravan Park sponsors Jordan Lemon. And she's not here today, she's in Beamish. Somewhere that I believe is as old as Jordan Lemon. Ball goes back, head up into the air, out to Duxbury. Hyde have had all the ball since the Stocksbridge have taken the 2-goal lead. Bell brings it down, but only to turn it back to Lemon, who gets it forward to O'Connor, who will carry it forward, comes into the midfield. Evades a tackle there from Scanlon, could have gone over that and got a free kick. Now lays it off for Tinker. Tinker over out to the left to Wilkinson. Back to Tinker, ball forward. Good touch by Morris, and it's a really touch on to the left. It's it forward, look for Wilkinson. Wilkinson gets it back into the middle, and it goes to Deacon, who's got his back to goal, can't do anything. Back to O'Connor, takes another strike. This one's well over. He leans back too far, and it should have really been 3-0 on that one. It was a very good chance. 59 minutes gone in this game, 2-0 to the Steels.
Head up, Belly, keep going!
The ball back here with Merson. Sends it long. Good header on. Just over, and Owen will just hook that away before it can make it to Rawsthorne. Away, and then Eagledon, who's in midfield there, gets it to Morris, and it goes to Wilkinson, who gets it forward. It's one for Grejlak to contest. You've got a bit of touch on it. Appeals on a handball, and to be honest, I think Steels have got a bit lucky. O'Connor, ball just goes to Deacon, who just can't really get in control, but he does almost get it over Pratt. Pratt's done really well, but then he loses it. Pratt again gets it past Deacon, and it's in the midfield for Scanlon. Hyde building now. Stocksbridge want the third to really kill this off. Ball forward. Owen got a touch onto it, but then it will go. Well, I think the offside flag is up there, and Steels will get the free kick. Doncaster Rovers have gone 1-0 up against Reading. Billy Sharp has scored. Harrowborough gone 1-up and Stanway Rovers. Durnall Winter scored. That's an FA Trophy game. And Leyton have equalised in the FA Trophy. 1-1 FC Sudbury. Penistone Church are getting back against Campion. 3-2 there. Nathan Keithley has scored. Campion leading. Ball forward. Anyway, by Hyde, goes to Bell, who brings it down. Immediately challenged and gets it to Scanlon, though, who goes down under pressure from Turner. It will be a free kick. And Turner, who was booked on Tuesday night against Hyde, will get himself in the book again. It's the first yellow card of the game. So ball will go back with Hyde now. Fernley will take it. Fernley will take it. He's been brilliant, Fernley, today. Ball forward. Headed into the 6-yard area. Owen gets it. I think there was appeals for a free kick for a high phone, but I think Owen had gone too far down with his head for that to be given. Ball across the 6-yard area. Owen again clears it away. Goes to Grejlak. He gets his ball forward blocked, and it goes out for a throw-in. Hello to Caroline Frost, listening from Crete. Come on, Stocky, you might be one of the planes that's gone over. You might have been able to see this ground. As Lemon will have this throw-in. Just seen Matlock Town are 6-0 up on Blythe Town at the moment as they look to try and get back into this league in a big promotion battle. Goes for a handball from Thompson. Stocksbridge didn't pause too much as it weren't given. Ball up to Fernley. Switch over to the right wing, and one for Tinker to try and deal with, but instead Owen just steps in. Tinker will try and get into the next ball, does get his head onto it, and then volleys it forward to make sure it doesn't go out for a throw into Hyde. One for Grejlak to try and challenge, and headed out by McMahon, but Wilkinson can't get hold of it, and it just goes to Jones Griffiths. Back out now to Duxbury. Out here to Duxbury again. Now forward to Bell. Gets a bit of touch out to the right here. It's good play here. Here comes a long range shot. Great save by Townsend. It's palmed away. Turner will clear. That must be Townsend's 6th save of the game at least. as Greshlight gets it away, and Morris having his shirt pulled there, but nothing given as McMahon comes away with the ball. Now over to Fernley, switches it out to the right as Hyde comes away with it. Tries to cut in onto his left, ball into the middle. Eagledon will clear it away, and it will go out for a throw-in on the right. Hallam have got one back against Brighouse at some point. It's still 3-1 to Brighouse. Lovely spin by Fernley. He's then tripped by Turner, who is going to have to be careful. I won't be shocked if he gets a second yellow at some point, if he carries on like that. And it's a dangerous free kick for Hyde to take here. Stocksbridge don't want to be facing the nervy last 20 odd minutes. So Armfoot, Welfare having a good game. They're 2-1 up at Southlead. Nathan Garfoot, the scorer. If you're favoured, the former Steel scored for Goulet, 3-1 up at Glasshouse and Welfare. And Leeds UFCA leading 2-0 against Doncaster City. Harrison Rowley has scored the latest goal. This is the edge of the area, to about 8 yards to the right of the centre circle, and a chance for Hyde to get back into this. McMahon, who scored on Tuesday night. It was a great goal from Taylor McMahon. So, McMahon steps up, left-footed shot, blocked by the wall. Back for Fernley, takes a shot, blocked by Tinker, and then cleared away. Greshlight brings it down. We might end up helping Hyde with his touch. Hooked away into the forward, brought down by Duxbury, lays it off for Bell. Bell then tries to get it out to the left. I think they're appealing for a corner, and that is what's going to be given. Hyde bringing in some noise now as they're pressing, looking for a way back into the match. So a corner kick for the Steels to defend once again. A lot of pressure. It looks like Jack DeGruchy is going to come on, the quick winger. I think that'll be to try and stretch the defence and avoid the Hyde defence from backing up their midfield too much. Should have really scored on Tuesday night, Jack DeGruchy. Just a gilt-edged chance at the start of the second. Here comes Fernley's corner. Low into the edge, knocked away by Turner, and Turner will carry it away. Can it be a counter? Forward to Deakin, not a great one. Switched out to the left. That's not too bad a switch. Wilkinson shrugs off his man, but no, I don't like that decision because Wilkinson's been penalised for the shrug off, but off. And Fernley, that's a surprise, is about to head off. I think the Hyde media team believe he's got a nut, but he has been the best player for Hyde today. And Ben Kershaw will come on. So Ben Kershaw, who started on Tuesday night, he will now come on.
Substitution for the Tigers on 66 minutes, replacing number 8, Matthew Fernley.
Still waiting for DeGruchy to come on. He will have to wait a bit longer. Ball forward. Townsend wants it, but instead he's just going to allow it to go out for a goal kick. So 66 minutes gone in this game. It's 2-0 to the Steels. 24 minutes for Stocksbridge to do something they've never done before in their history, and that's reached the second round of the FA Trophy. And that is 352 here. Just a bit more than what we saw on Tuesday night. So back with Townsend, who sends the ball forward. Morris goes down to ground, but nothing given for it. Eagledon will head the ball away. Jones-Griffiths returns it back. Knocked on to Bell. Eagledon gets it back. Jones-Griffiths continues. Ball over. Tinker will head it back to the goalkeeper. A very risky move, but one that has paid off, and Townsend will just bide his time before he picks the ball back up. 67 minutes gone. Reading have equalised against Doncaster. Doyle, the scorer. Ball forward. Morris is the one who's trying to get a head onto it, but headed backward by Thompson. Greshlight trying to bring it back. Back it goes to O'Connor. Now to Morris. Morris has got surrounded. Back to Turner. Sends it forward, looking for Deakin, but it's cleared away for he can make it to him. Eagledon headed, but it takes a little deflection. Turner has to race back, get in to touch on it, but he's going to lose it there. Here to Kershaw, who's done a good job there. Lemon's chasing him here. Back ball into the middle. It's a really good ball into the middle here for Pratt, and then over across now to Duxbury. Duxbury takes a touch. Cross looking at the far post. Townsend claims. Well, Stockbridge, shout out to everyone who's listening with you up in North Round Beamish way as well. You are demanding, aren't you, sometimes? All forward, but it's just being given to Scanlon. Scanlon crossing the halfway line. Back in the defence, then to Jones Griffiths. Carried it forward. Out to the right again. To Pratt. Plays it back, and then Wilkinson wins it. Now Morris. Morris trying to get it through, but then Jones Griffiths covers well and wins the ball back for Hyde. Chatham Town have gone 2-0 against Waltham Abbey. Ball back now with Hyde. Forcing the patient players. Taylor Mann looks for the switch, and it's, well, it looked like a good switch and for the touch there from Scanlon, but then Tinker cleared it really particularly well, and Hyde have got it back. Scanlon, Wilkinson battling for it, and they have to put it back into Pratt, who cuts in diagonally. Over to Pratt, again out into the right. Ball into the middle, brought down on the edge of the area. Back from Pratt, shot, wide. You see Hyde are having more and more of the ball. And Stocksbridge going to make 2 substitutes. It's going to be firstly, it looks like Alfie Wilkinson's going to come off. He's going to be replaced by Jack De Garouchi. Jack Watson, who's been on dual registration with Rossington Main, scored the winner for Rossington Main in the FA Vars last week. He is going to come on, and it looks like he's replacing Oliver Grezlak. Watson, who returned to the club for his second spell this year. Had a few chances to score already this season for us, but hasn't done so. But maybe the confidence he's got from that goal for Rossington will help him now that he's back in the Stocksbridge lineup. 20 minutes to go. Just whatever added time we get. Townsend sending the ball long. Look for Morris. Headed away. Lemon will challenge for it, but headed on by Duxbury. Trying to turn his bell. Being forced backwards. Into defence. McMahon switches it. Tinker wants to read this, and he does read it, heads it away, and Watson will pick it up. He got a bit of pace, Watson, but he has to just slow it down. Crosses it over to O'Connor, who just hesitates a bit, but gets it back to Turner, who lost it over to De Garouchi, who's got a bit of pace to work with. Then out over to O'Connor. O'Connor. Back now to Turner. Turner lays the pass through forward to Morris, appeals for offside, but he's going to let it go. I think maybe he realised he was offside, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. 71 minutes have now gone. Sheffield now winning 4-1 against Botsford Town. You could forget that they were losing at the start of this game. As ball headed forward, brings it down well, does Rawsford, trying to get past Lemon, but eventually Stocksbridge are able to clear away. O'Connor keeps it in. Might be thinking of the switch. He said he's going to try and send it down channel. It's a poor pass in the end, and Hyde intercepts and clear it away. Lemon can only head up into the air. Duxbury will get it into midfield, brought down by Kershaw. Turner's trying to get to it, and he does get to it. Deakin will now take the ball away for the Steels. Ball over the top looking for Morris, and just being left right from McMahon to deal with. He clears it out only to O'Connor, who gets it forward to Deakin. Deakin here tries to move into the bit of space behind the defender. Now Watson, who's been met here, but Watson just about getting away with it, but then he doesn't, and Hall will come away with the ball. Out to the right now, coming forward with it. It's Scanlon. They out to Bell, who's moved on to the right wing. Now back onto Scanlon on the right wing. Forward, an unmarked Pratt. In the middle, some good play. And then Deakin with a block from the cross, and it's going to trickle out for a throw-in. Steel's defence remaining strong. Brighouse have scored and made it 4-1 against Hallam. Jordan Barnett has scored. And there's going to be a substitute here. Lewis Thompson's coming off, and as we said earlier, Anton McCauley, we thought he'd come on if Hyde needed to get back into it, and here he comes. He is quick, he is nippy, he is dangerous. I wonder how they will match him up. I suspect he's going to go on to the left wing to go against Jordan Lemon, and there he goes to the left wing to face up with Jordan Lemon. I wonder if Ian Richards might respond, because 2-0 here for the Steels. Throwing on this right side. Going to the middle and Turner got the last touch and it's gone out of play. It's a corner kick to Hyde. Out of very little. Saying that.
Have you seen our corners?
You see nuts sometimes. I keep insisting they're not going to score from corner, but I just know that curses it. Here comes the right foot corner, and then Owen with a good header away, and he's been fouled in the process. There's a collision into his face, and the Steels will get a free kick. 73 minutes gone now. Steels looking to hold on to a 2-goal lead. Prescott have equalised against Guiseley. Tony Donaldson has scored as the Sun comes out. The Sun that we believe played the assist for that second Stocksbridge goal.
Nah, it was just crap defending.
I'm being kind to Hyde, aren't I? But you are our host today. And
We were saying we played much better on Tuesday, much better today than we did on Tuesday.
that's just football, isn't it? Just say Hyde probably played better today than they have on Tuesday night, but that's how it goes. And now Morris has brought the ball down. Watson's making the run. Morris is going on his own. He's trying to beat the man, takes a shot. It's wide of the goal. It took a deflection actually, and it's going to be a corner kick to the Steels. Can that Sun come back out, please? As it's going to be a corner, and that could kill the game off if the Steels are to get a third now. Deakin going over to take it. Parkgate were winning 1-0, and now they're losing 2-1 to Albion Sports. Nathan Cartman has scored from start. And Pennington Church, who were 3-1 down, are now 3-3. Lennon O'Grady has scored. But here comes Deakin's corner. Left-footed, looking for the middle of the box, headed away well. Turner's racing to be on it, heads it back to Deakin. He's remained on side, he hooks it looking for that far post, and Mersing claims it underneath his bar. Well defended set piece from Hyde this time round. Mersing launching it long. Drop deep, brings it back into midfield and then into defence where Jones Griffiths is still deep. Gets it out to the right and headed up into the air, tried to get it over to Bell, but then Tinker misses the tackle, and this allows Scanlon to get down the right. He's kept it just in on that far touchline. Tinker trying to avoid it, goes into the middle, goes it to Kershaw. He's wanted a shot, he's going to get blocked all the way though, with all in front of him. Gets it over to Duxbury, and then well cut out by O'Connor. Back into defence, hooked forward, but then Lemon will head it away. DeGroosh, she can't get to it. It's a Hyde throw-in. Taken by McMahon. Into Jones Griffiths. Then back into defence. It's past Will Hall, and he'll now launch it long. Turner gets the header, and well won there by Bell. Tinker gets a foot onto it before Owen clears. DeGroosh will bring it down really well, gets it off to Morris, and it passed to Watson, not what he'd have wanted, but then Watson just knocks it off his man and he gets the throw-in. Plymouth Parkway have equalised against Poole Town in the trophy. That's not to make another substitute. Looks like Connor Smythe is going to make his way on, and he is going to replace Jordan Lemon. And I think that is a response to Macaulay coming on. I think we're going to see, Jack Tinker switching to the right, because that pace for Tinker will be able to have a better chance against the pace of Macaulay, whereas Lemon, I'm being kind to him, his pace isn't as much as it used to be. But John Lemon will be very happy. He's got a goal today. And ain't there a bigger shock than that? Ball goes long, Owen will head it away and out for a throw-in to Hyde. Ball, all right, thrown into the middle, back he goes into the middle. Watson slips, so they just make the way through here. It's a good pass here to Macaulay. He spills onto the right, loses the ball. Smythe steps in, clears it away, trying to make it to Watson, and then he does get through to Watson after Scanlon couldn't get control. Watson lays it through, and now O'Connor comes through. It's a great ball. Here comes O'Connor. Can he get it to Morris? He does get it to Morris. Morris goes through. He beats one man, takes a bit of a touch, takes a strike. Well saved. Morris, can he get back to it? No, it's going to be Turner. Gets it back. Now Turner takes a strike. What the goal from Curtis Turner! He scored on Tuesday. He scored on Saturday, and that one was even better than Tuesday night. It's a stunner from Curtis Turner, and it looks like Stocksbridge, for the first time in their history, will be in the second round of the FA Trophy. 3-0 here at Hyde United, and what a goal from Curtis Turner. And you just got to hope that Hyde can't perform a miracle at this point.
Goal for Stocksbridge on 78 minutes. Number 4, Curtis Turner.
He's an absolute stunner from Curtis Turner.
Substitution for Stocksbridge, reflecting number 2, Jordan Hammond, number 12, Connor Smile.
So the Steels now have about 10 minutes to make sure, well, 11 minutes to make sure a miracle doesn't happen, plus whatever added time is put on. Looks like some subs are coming on. Sam Kay is making his way on, and Tommy Marshall as well. Turner, the goal scorer, and Danny Deakin are heading off. Jack Tinker will take the armband for the rest of this game. Hyde launch the ball for Eagledon, will clear it away. Tommy Marshall trying to get through, and he gets a bit of a trip, and the Steels will have the free kick. The Steels here lead 3-0. And what? It's weird because this performance from Stocksbridge is probably not as good as the one they had on Tuesday night. Hyde have been better than they were Tuesday night, but it's just football all over. That today is the day Stocksbridge are leading 3-0.
3-0 the other way.
Yeah, Spin Townsend making some stunning saves over in the start. You know, when it was 0-0, he made 3 saves in like 2 minutes. That was brilliant. And yet now Stocksbridge 3-0, £3,000 potentially if this holds on as well for the winner's fee. As Macaulay will pick up the ball to try and see if they can cause a late drama. Non-league football is full of it. As Watson can't get the ball away from Macaulay. And it's just a battle between the two before Macaulay manages to recycle it into the midfield. Now it's switched over to Duxbury, ball forward, headed back to Duxbury. It's some good football, and then it's blocked, and Marshall gets a foot on it as it goes back to Duxbury, holding onto the ball well, turning well, and then out over to Kershaw. Goes horizontal, and it's a poor pass. Watson will win it, and there's a chance for the counter. Here comes Watson, continuing. He's looking to beat his man for pace. He's got plenty of it. Turns. He's thought about the shot, and then I think he slipped over the ball and lost the ball, and Hyde will bring away with it. Missed tackle there from De Gruchy. Over here to Duxbury, and Tinker just misses that tackle there, but Duxbury will now send it down that channel. Eagledon stepping in, and then Eagledon will get it back to Townsend, and Townsend will launch it long. But Duxbury will contest it, but De Gruchy got a bit ahead of it. Jones Griffiths onto it, but Morris robs him of the ball. Tries to turn, does turn, gets it forward to De Gruchy, and De Gruchy will now bring it forward, and he's got Marshall on the right, but Marshall down just cutting the inside as De Gruchy went wide, and then he tried to pass in the middle, it's blocked, and the ball is now back with Hall, who will try and get a counter-attack going. Forward to Scanlon. Scanlon going forward, out to the right, here to Macaulay. Macaulay, who loves to beat a man, and he's going to try and beat Smythe now. So he switched to the right since Smythe went to that left-back role. Now over to Pratt as the sun makes its way out of the clouds again. Ball switched over to Duxbury. Header tries to put it in the middle, and he's found his man well as Marshall just lost track of it. Back to Duxbury on the left. Trying to beat Marshall, and he does beat Marshall here. Marshall just holding him off, and then Duxbury trying to get past him. Duxbury does get past him. They wanted a foul ball. Goes to the far end of the box, brought down by Bell. Bell's trying to turn and shoot. Owen's holding him off. Watson gets a foot in. O'Connor clears, and now it's going to be with Morris, who tries to pass back. It's blocked and ricochets back into defence where Taylor McMahon will collect it. McMahon forced backwards. There just seems to be no rush from Hyde there. As it back to Merson. Ball goes forward. Smythe will head it away. Morris will challenge for it, and he got a bit of a touch onto it there, but it will still be Scanlon's ball as he turns, and he'll run down that right-hand side. Ball in the middle. Owen will meet it with a header. Bell will get it up into the air, and then Jones Griffiths gets a few touches before Tinker is able to clear it out. Ball back in and headed on, and then Owen will have to head this away, and he does. Kay tried to contest, but couldn't do so. De Gruchy gets a second header and goes forward. Morris will try to get it. Brings it down well. Morris goes down once, free kick. He's going to get a pretty soft one there, if we're being honest. back here with Owen for the free kick. 83 minutes gone as the Steels look to see this out. Ball forward, looking for Marshall, will just go over and Mersin collects. Ball launched forward, and then Rawsthorne can't get to it, cleared away, but only back for Duxbury, quickly into Jones Griffiths. Out to the right. As they come forward here, Watson can't block the cross, it's going to loop over and Tinkle just watch it as it goes out for a goal kick. Back now with Townsend, who will... All he'll want now is to make sure he gets the clean sheet, because I can tell you one thing, if it's 3-1, it doesn't matter how happy everyone else is, he will be as mad as oat if it ends up being 3-1. Hello Park Steels going, getting you beauty, captain fantastic. And Sue Allcroft, stop being mean, it's about Jordan Lemon, he's done us proud, my lad, worth the sponsor, Eden Trees flying high, like the planes above us. Some nice touch there from Kirsch into the middle, and then Watson I think just going the way of Kay, but it is going to be Smythe on the ball, launches it long, it's just going to bounce harmlessly over and it'll go out for a Hyde throw-in. 84 minutes gone. Stocksbridge just easing their way to the second round of the FA Trophy. Ball goes forward and then back into the right side. Watson pressing, and he got a foot in there, Watson, as he goes out for another Hyde throw-in. Back with Hall for this throw-in. Launching it long. Morris is, Smythe there was losing his shirt for a bit. I think you can still buy one from the shop online if you wanted one that badly, as Tinker got a foot in, and it goes out for a throw-in for Hyde. Well, bit of a shock happening in the NPL because Warrington Town winning 3-1 against Lancaster City, which is not the scoreline we would have wanted, with Warrington Town being one of our rivals down there at the bottom. Oh, NPL chat's going to be fun on the predictions this weekend, isn't it?
I said they'd win. I said 1-0.
Well, it's 3-1, so you ain't got the scoreline right through. Just said, if you've listened to the NPL chat podcast, of course, it's Luke to the next to me who does it. Well, it's going to be well worth a listen this week if you on Monday when it makes its release. I know I'll be listening. As the ball goes back to Iggulden. As Rawsthorne heads it out to the right. Scanlon slips as he puts the ball in. Head out to the edge of the area. Rawsthorne miscues his shot. He goes more silence forward before Stocksbridge able to clear. Morris, lovely touch to the right, and there's a break on. Marshall, first time pass looking for Morris. Morris, he'll want his goal, but instead he's going to be unselfish and give it to Watson. Watson moving into the box, gets it on his right, tries to get it back to Morris, but then he loses the ball. De Gruchy though wins it back. It goes to Kay. Kay. Back to O'Connor. O'Connor back to Smythe. Looking for Watson. The tackle goes in. Both players will go down. There's no foul either way. And Rawsthorne gets it out. Hyde will try to get forward with the ball now. So Duxbury. Duxbury turns out of the way of Marshall. Into the middle where there's a bit of space. Back to Jones Griffiths. Out it goes towards Kershaw. Now to the right here. Trying to get some space is Scanlon, but he's been held by Smythe all the way. Forced back, Scanlon. Left footed ball in the middle, but then Owen will clear. Into the middle with Pratt. Quickly back out to Scanlon on the right. In the middle to Pratt. Pratt ball into the middle, and Owen will clear away. Brought down by Scanlon, and then clumsily in by Smythe. It's a free kick to Hyde. One thing I will say, we said Fernley was the best player for Hyde as they've quickly taken this free kick. It's going to be a long range shot, and from McMahon, he's thinking about his goal on Tuesday night. He never made, he got blocked. Marshall wants the throw in to Stocksbridge, and it is going to be given. Stocksbridge just wait. Well, actually, nothing ever got given by anyone. Marshall just took it, and we carried on. You know, I did see that once in the Austrian league where they scored from it. And his Bell's taking a long range shot, and it goes high and wide. 87 minutes gone. It is 3-0 to the Steels here. We are closing in on the second round of the FA Trophy. So that is a £3,000 prize if we get into the second round. Something the Steels will really appreciate.
Today's man of the match, chosen by our sponsors, World Heat, is Hyde United's number 3, Stocksbridge.
Well, it's interesting. They've given the man of the match to Scott Duxbury, where I would have.
Someone's been on the pot there.
I would have given it to Matt Fernley, because you can see the difference after he's gone off. He was the bite in that midfield. He was the aggression, and they've kind of lost that since he's gone off the field, and that's why I think Stocksbridge have. Even though Hyde have had a lot of the ball, Stocksbridge know what they're doing with the ball at the moment. They're just relaxing at this point and make sure they're fully fit for Tuesday night away at Hallam. As the ball switched out for Stocksbridge on the left, ball forward and almost DeGruchy onto the ball, but it will go back to Mersin. So it is going to be the National League North teams that's coming to the next round. So that is teams like Scarborough Athletic, though they play at Bridlington, so it won't be exciting away day, as we've been there quite a bit. Darlington and Alfreton Town are some of the big teams we could end up facing in the next round. But Hyde are coming forward. They'll think a miracle could still be on. They have to believe that. As Tinker there, thought that was a bit of a foul on Duxbury, but Duxbury's continued down the left. Now Marshall's defending. Duxbury tries ball in, blocked off Marshall. Will be a corner kick to Hyde. 89.5 minutes gone. Southport, also one of the teams, Marine, who we could have a rematch with from the FA Cup a few years ago. And Macclesfield, that's a big one potentially. As the ball goes towards the far post, and it's Ingleton who gets the last header onto it, and it will go out for, actually, it's been given as Bell having the last touch, and it will be a goal kick. We're about to enter added time. We're just trying to see how many minutes we're going to get. I don't think there's going to be too much. So back with Townsend now, who will. Rossington Main were 1-0 up thanks to a Rosanna penalty, another form of steal, but James Cusworth equalised for Horbury. Frickley have gone 2-0 up on Wunwell as well, Lucas Robinson scoring and Charlie Clegg. As Ingleton clears it upfield, but headed away for it, makes it to Watson. Jones grips it. Well won there by DeGruchy. Gets it back, lays it off for Watson. Watson running forward, evades one tackle, tries to slip through Morris. There's a little touch, but Morris still gets it. He spins out a couple of challenges, lays it off for DeGruchy. DeGruchy with a chance. He's not offside like some thought. Well, according to linesman, will earn a corner kick though after his shot is blocked. Whitby a 3-1 up on Rushaw. They'll get the win. Connor Smith scores. Rushaw are next opponents in the league. That'll be a week on Wednesday. On bonfire night, we expect there'll be fireworks. Well, we said last Tuesday was a Jekyll and Hyde performance. I think we've only seen Hyde's Hyde here today. And Stocksbridge have then beaten their Hyde. As here comes the corner. It's looking for the far post. Mersin punches it. Watson will be the first onto it. Turns well, gets on his right, puts the cross in. It's over everyone's head, but then it's going to be rescued on that left-hand side by DeGruchy again, who took the corner. He's going to lay it back to Morris, who's out of the box at the moment, then back to DeGruchy. In the middle to Kay. Kay, one-touch pass looking for DeGruchy again. DeGruchy just gets pushed off it, and he just can't have control, and it's some good work from Niall Bell playing defence, but he only clears it back to Kay, who heads it down to Morris, knocks it over Bell. Now he's looking for the ball in, gets it in the middle, can't be controlled by Marshall. A bit of a high foot there, but that's not going to be penalised by our referee. And Hyde clear. 2 minutes of added time has gone as Hyde will look to try and launch a bit of a late goal here, get something to cling to. As they've just beaten Smythe with a pass there as it goes through to Rawsthorne. Rawsthorne, ball forward, headed away by Kay. Back to Rawsthorne. Taking touch. Getting out to the right now. Slow build up. Left footed shot. And high. No, it's not even high. Dropped well though, but wide. Very wide. Oh, so Allcroft's not appreciative. She's in grown, keep to your commentating, no jokes. So back now with Townsend.
You know what, Stephen? I think that's the most sensible thing you've ever said.
As the Seals closer and closer to the second round of the FA Trophy. The first time they'll make it. That was knew to be Hilton's strength as a manager, was these FA Trophy runs that led us to Gateshead and Nuneaton Borough when they were a big National League team. Now, It's not something that Ian Richards has really managed to do while he's been manager, but he is going to guide us to the second round for the first time ever. Sunderland have won in the last minute against Chelsea. Taibbi has scored for the Black Cats. As we are going to have a long throw here. It's actually a free kick, sorry. Got distracted by Sunderland scoring in the last minute. Here comes a cross in, doesn't make it past the first man. Cale head away. Marshall heads it on, and Watson will have a chance to count again. Watson with pace. Marshall's breaking through, but Watson's not going to go for it. But instead, he's going to continue on his own. Now he lays through Morris. Morris takes a touch, takes a shot. It's just wide. It could have been the cherry on top of the cake, but instead, it's just inches wide of the far post. It remains 3-0. And that will be the last kick of the game. It was a shot just wide last time on Tuesday night, but the result is much different. The Steels, who arguably played worse for quite a bit of time on Tuesday night, have come away 3-0 winners, and they will be in the FA Trophy for the first time in their history, the second round of the FA Trophy, that is. Goals coming in the second half there from Alex O'Connor. His shot was scrambled over the line in the end. We're not sure who got the final touch. So again, Alex O'Connor, and then an absolute worldie from Curtis Turner has made it 3-0. The Steels in the second round of the FA Trophy, 1 o'clock on Monday on our social media. You'll see who we play in the next round. Thank you very much to everyone who's been listening. I've been Adam Allcroft, your commentator. We are sponsored by R&R Car and Van Hire Limited. We'll see you on Tuesday night away at Hallam FC. Thank you very much.